All right, guys, with this pandemic thing, this COVID-19, my hair salon, isn't open. They're closed right now. I can't get my hair cut, and it's growing and growing, and it's getting shaggy and bushy. So I decided I got some clippers from Walmart with, 22 different attachments and accessories, combs, scissors. And I tried to clip my own hair. No, Johnny 50 is not a guest of today's editorial. But here's a Sunday morning editorial for you. All right, guys, I do have a Sunday morning editorial for you. Yes, I was trying to clip my hair. And what happened was I used a number 8 because my hair was really long, and I went through it. It was okay. I said it needs to be a little shorter, so I used a number 6. And all of a sudden, the front was really short, but I looked like a clown. I was like, oh, I don't know what I did there. So I used a number 4. I said, well, I'll just even it out. But no, this was still went shorter while this was still hanging down. I said, oh, this ain't working right. And this is what I ended up with, looking like Dr. Xavier. So it's a new look. No, I'm not Johnny 50. That's the other guy. But now that you know, let's get to the editorial. Look, this one is one that everybody's talking about, and I tried to get you a video of it on YouTube, like a real good video, but every time I do it, everybody who's recorded it has the little small block. You know what I'm talking about. When you pull up your YouTube to watch a video and there's a bunch of black and then a little small video, that's what I kept coming up with. And when I would try to zoom in to make it bigger for you, it was blurry. And I said, I ain't doing it. So I'm going to bring you the story here. There is a little bit of video footage in this story, which you will get to see. What are you talking about, Community Watch? Let's find out. Thank you, CNN.com, for this story. A Tacoma, Washington police officer is under investigation after he drove his vehicle into a crowd, running over at least one person and possibly striking others, according to a press release from the Tacoma Police Department. Along with other police units, the officer was responding to reports of an incident at the intersection of South 9th and Pacific Avenue in Tacoma around 6:20 p.m. on Saturday, the release said. Once on scene, the officers found a number of vehicles and approximately 100 people blocking the intersection, which they began to clear for the safety of those gathered and people trying to use the street. The crowd then surrounded one of the police vehicles and began hitting the vehicle and its windows while its lights and sirens were activated, according to the police. The officer inside the SUV tried to back up, according to the statement, but was not able to because of the crowd. The statement says, fearing for his safety, that's the ace in the hole, the officer drove forward, striking one individual and may have impacted others while trying to get out of the unsafe position. Once the officer was at a point of safety, police say he did call for medical aid. The officer was not identified, and the Pierce County Force Investigation Team is investigating the incident. Now, according to reporting from the News Tribune, Tacoma police spokesperson Wendy Haddow said the crowd was pounding on the windows of the officer's vehicle. She said he was afraid they would break his glass, which they broke the rear window, prompting him to speed away from the scene. There are also footprints on the side of the vehicle following the incident. Now, one person whose condition is unknown was taken to a local hospital following the incident, according to police. Haddow told the News Tribune one person sustained a laceration in the collision and was transported to a local hospital. In a second video, shows a white car doing donuts in the middle of the intersection and driving off just as police arrive on the scene. Now, Tacoma Interim Police Chief Mike Akey said in a press release, I am concerned that our department is experiencing another use of deadly force incident. I send my thoughts to anyone who was injured in tonight's event and am committed to our department's full cooperation in the independent investigation and to assess the actions of the department's response during the incident. Tacoma City Manager Elizabeth Pauley told the News Tribune the officer will be placed on leave. Now, this is a tough one to call because I put myself in the driver's seat of the police officer. From looking at the different videos on YouTube from the video footage that you've seen in this editorial and gathering the information, what we had was probably street racing, doing donuts in the middle of the street, people like, yeah, blocking the road, nobody could get by. So police responded to break it up. One police car gets surrounded, people are banging on the windows, kicking the car. They broke out the rear window of the vehicle. He probably did fear for his safety. The reason I said that's the ace in the hole is because anytime something happens in an incident, police say, I feared for my safety. And sometimes that's true, as in this case, which I'm going to get back to in a second here. Sometimes it's not true. Like the police officer that shot the deputy and said, in LaSalle, and said, well, I feared for my safety. He was reaching in his pockets, but video shows him with his hands in the air. That's where you say, I feared for my safety. No, you didn't. Why'd you? No, that's the ace in the hole. In this one, though, getting back to it, maybe he did fear for his safety in truth, because he thought if they bust this window, maybe they'll drag me out of the car and beat me and whatever. I mean, there was a crowd of people and one cop. So I'll give this cop a pass. They should have just moved out of the way and let him go. Did he run over somebody? Yeah. But it could have been under duress. It could have been under fear. You lose your mind a little bit sometimes when you get scared like that. You're not really thinking. Oh my God, I got to get out of here. These people are going to kill me. So on this one, I'm going to give the cop a pass. I think he reacted in, a normal reaction, a normal behavior that any one of us would have had in that situation. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below. Community Leo Watch, watching Leos. That's law enforcement officers to include those that run over people in their SUV and from coast to coast.